It's Eric15 here with another episode of What's on My Mind, and today I wanted to talk about the NBA. Now, as you may or may not have heard, Allen Iverson is retiring today, and this affects me personally because Allen Iverson has always been that big impact player who has inspired me to become a great athlete as I am today. He is probably my top 10 most favored NBA players of all time. He's up there with LeBron James and Dwayne Wade and Michael Jordan and all the great players in the world. But having seen this news really shocked me because he's still a young person. I mean, he's not that old. He's been in the league for at least 13 years. And I believe he still has a lot of potential to become a big hit at the NBA. But the reason he is leaving the NBA is because he doesn't like to be benched and he prefers to be a starter. And in this day and age, it's tough for someone. I had high hopes for Iverson this season because when he signed with the Memphis Grizzlies, he claimed that he was going to be spending a long time with the Grizzlies. And to me, this was excellent news to hear because when you have a high player like Allen Iverson on your team, you know you're going to have a great team this year. Now, in my opinion, what Iverson is doing is not really a good idea since he still has a lot of great talent in him, but his behavior is not really appropriate. Just because you're not starting off, you're not coming off the, because you're not starting anymore and you're coming off the bench does not mean that you just go ahead and quit. Every team is going to be like that from now on, because just because you've been a star back then does not mean that you're going to be a star everywhere. When Iverson left Philadelphia to go to Denver, he was teaming up with Carmelo Anthony, and the two were a great match, but together they weren't able to win a championship, so they traded away Allen Iverson for Chauncey Billups, and Iverson had one season with Detroit, and people weren't really sure if this trade was really a good idea, like Iverson for Chauncey, but Iverson was complaining that he wasn't getting much minutes as a Piston, and how can you blame him? I mean, like, he got all this great talent, right? Richard Hamilton, Rasheed Wallace, Ben Wallace is back on Detroit now, and a bunch of other more talent, and he's complained that he's not starting, and he's complained that he's not getting a lot of minutes. Well, complaining won't get you places. I mean, you can complain all you want, but people won't listen to you. They just think that you're just making all this stuff up. In my opinion, I believe that Iverson is just wanted to be a starter no matter what, and he wants to be that guy who goes out there every night scoring 30 to 40 points per game, grabbing 50 rebounds, well, probably not 50 rebounds, but about 5 to 10 rebounds at least, getting about 10 assists or so, and carrying his team on his back like LeBron James, and making sure that they make the playoffs. Now, every team that might consider him will have issues with him trying to start, and if you put him on the bench, he's going to have issues with you by saying, hey coach, how come not starting? So in my opinion, what Iverson has done is not really a good idea. If I was him, I would just suck it up and say, hey, you know what, just because I'm not starting doesn't mean I'm not part of the NBA, I'm not part of the team. I'm still a big contributor, even though these new guys are much more better than I am, even though I am still a legend and everything. Another player that is soon to be retiring is Shaq. Shaq has signed with the Cleveland Cavaliers this year for I think about a 3-year contract. That sounds about right. And he says that his main goal is to win a ring for the King. And if they don't win a ring this season, I'm not quite sure either will he'll stay with the Cleveland Cavaliers for next year or will he retire. But in my opinion, he should definitely retire because he has been in the league for a very long time, and you can tell that he's getting tired every time he plays hard. It's tough to find big men that are impressive like he is, but all these new guys today, they have the raw talent, but they don't have the same kind of talent that Shaq brings to the game. And you can see all the teams that Shaq has played over the years, like Orlando and Los Angeles and and Phoenix and Miami, and now in Cleveland. All these great players that are on these teams got a chance to work with an actual great legend who has been around for a long time. And it would be sad to see him go, but like they always say, out with the old and in with the new. So that's all I have to say for today's episode of What's on My Mind. I know that a lot of people out there are not NBA fans. They prefer other sports like football and soccer, but I'm an NBA fan, and this affects me personally. And I just want to make a quick video before my battery on my camera runs out. So until next time, this is AirPod 15, and I am out.